Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She Finally Said Sorry, But Men Are Done. Let's get right into it.
I've got a question for the men out there, and please, for the love of God, don't get offended because I don't mean any harm by it. So many men say that they're scared of women, okay? So many men say this. I've heard this to me about situations. What does this mean? What do men mean when they say they are scared of women? Are you actually scared of women, or are you scared of approaching them? Like, why are we scared? Like, I'm here to answer the questions that you need to have answered in the comments. I will 100% give you the honest truth about a woman or a situation that you need prevailing. But seriously, why are we scared of women?
Real quick before I go into classes, I'm already late. But can someone explain to me why men will see you in person, out, have multiple opportunities to interact with you, right? I'm not talking about we at a, Usher concert and it's thousands of people and you see me across the room. I'm talking about we're in a small, intimate setting. We're at a lounge. We're at a bar. We're at a Friendsgiving. Whatever the case may be, right? They see you for hours. They don't show any interest. They don't say anything. And then, when the night is over, after they've seen you all night, had multiple opportunities to interact with you, they get on their phone and send you a message. Or they send your friend a message to be like, yo, your friend that had the blue shirt, tell her like, you saw me all night and said nothing. Why?
Oh, excuse me. Hello. Hi.
Let me answer her question really quickly because I think I know why, and it's simple. It's not really hard. It's not really complicated. But we just don't want the hassle. We don't want the drama. We don't want the false accusations. We know about the Me 3 era. Something happened to them. I mean, we see it in the Cassie and Diddy case. Every woman's behind Cassie just because she's a woman, right? Like, women don't take accountability at all, right? 100 women versus accountability. And some reason 100 women win. You know what I'm saying? It's like, women are undefeated when it comes to accountability. They never take it. So why approach a woman if it's going to be a headache, if they're going to try to accuse you of something, if an average woman's just going to reject you? I mean, it's really just, it's bothersome. It's tedious. It's really just a hassle, right? Like, we didn't bring enough Tylenol to the party with us. It's that headache that, we know that's going to onset after we talk to you, it's just not worth it. And men are just done. I think we realize, like, we don't have to approach women. We could sit back and make y'all approach us. Yeah. I got a girl complaining to me right now, oh, how come you don't text me first? Because I don't got to. And I don't want to. Guys, let me tell you something. The exact way you treat a girl you don't like is the exact way you need to treat a girl you do like. You just be indifferent. Just don't care. It just doesn't matter. Find something else better to do. When it comes to a woman, my advice to men is find something else better to do. That's the solution. That will help men literally going from 2025 and beyond. Find something better to do.
Oh, excuse me. Hello. Hi. Oh, excuse me. You look smashing. Where are you from? Oh, you're beautiful. Yeah. I wanted to get your WeChat. No? Okay. Alright. Oh, excuse me. You look beautiful. Where are you from? Woo! My heart.
So I just wanted to say this, like, I understand that, like, pretty women joke about, like, men coming up to them and them acting crazy or, like, acting like they're incoherent. But I will say, I'm at this resort and this man came up to this girl and he wasn't the cutest, I will say. And she was a beautiful lady. He just tapped her on the shoulder to talk to her and she just started screaming like, ah!
Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by a woman? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
And it was like so fucked up and rude. I had to look at him and apologize on her behalf. Ladies, if you're not attracted to a guy, that's fine, but you never want to be somebody's 13th reason, because that rejection sticks with somebody. Don't be a fucking asshole just because you're beautiful. Like, have some decorum, babes. You screaming in a public space is never going to be attractive. You just made yourself go from a 10 to a 4, the way you just treated that young man. And you know what, sir? I'm so sorry that even happened to you. If you see this, just know your time is coming.
Oh, you guys better believe that a villain was created that day, because her rejecting him is not the issue, but it's just the point of her trying to humiliate this guy and just demean him right there in front of the restaurant or bar. But the truth of the matter is, rejection is just part of the game. That's why men wait for choosing signals, and it's just easier to hit a woman up in the DMs now.
Women, we really need to start being politer and more respectful when we reject these men. Now, while I am not justifying a single mad thing men do, I do think as women, we need to be aware that we are contributing to the toxicity of this dating environment. Being nicer would take us a long way. And I'm not talking about men nice, where they're like, smile. Right, baby, leave me alone. I am talking about a man who is not your type for whatever reason, approaching you because he thinks you are attractive, beautiful, look good, whatever the word is. And a lot of women's response to that is very rude. It's very dismissive. It's very patronizing. Now, no individual wants to be embarrassed, full stop, period. But men are created with such pride and ego, even if they don't always show it, that kind of humiliation can affect a man differently. And we have seen this play out in the extreme on the news and social media, where women are getting killed, fisted up, followed, attacked for not giving a man their number and, you know, being polite about it, trying to diffuse the situation. I am not talking about that. All the men in those situations absolutely need to be buried underneath the jail cell. Like, to be clear, you are crazy. Nobody owes you anything. And that woman must have clearly had discernment to not want to give you her number, because clearly you was fucking doolally. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the sane men, not the crazy men. But women, there are a lot of us who, when these men who are sane and just have positive intentions in terms of find us attractive and want to move things forwards with us, there is a way that we are interacting which is making those men walk away feeling small. And nobody should be feeling small when their intention to speak to you was positive. Because whether or not...
You know, and I could listen to her preach and talk about it, but here's the reality of all this. I like being rejected personally. You know, rejection has always made me stronger because I'm what you call anti-fragile. When hard things and difficult things happen to me that I experience, it actually makes me more resilient. It actually makes me more determined. It actually makes me more ambitious. Like, it doesn't weaken me, right? Like, there was a Harvard study that came out recently that said that, like, your chances of, like, having a success on your first business is like 20%. And then your success by a second business is like 30%. And then your success for like your third business is like 40%, right? Like, it keeps going up. And then by your fourth business that you actually attempt, it goes up to 60%. Like, it's actually more likely you're going to succeed by your fourth business. And the reason why that happens, because the only person that attempts a fourth business is the person who becomes anti-fragile. The person who actually grows after every failure, right? So let women actually be the affliction that leads to your success, right? That leads to your victory. Like, to me, failure and rejection is part of the winning element. These are the elements for success. And I often see people try to avoid things, right? They want to avoid bullying. They want to avoid rejection. They want to avoid these difficulties in dating, right? These social unpleasantries that women deliver to men, right? But in my personal opinion, let that motivate you. Let that be that fuel in your fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, Michael Jordan played harder when his opponent was rude to him and offended him. And now Michael Jordan feel like, oh, I got a chip on my shoulder. Now, when he's practicing, he's thinking about you. He's coming for you. Right? So, you know, Look at Michael B. Jordan. I talked about Michael Jordan. Look at Michael B. Jordan, right? That one girl who made fun of him in high school. Later on, she interviewed him and reminded him, oh, yeah, we used to go to high school together. And he was like, yeah, you the girl that used to make fun of me, right? Said I was corny, right? Look at me now. That's the energy you need. So don't take the shit personally. It's not personally. These girls are goofy. They don't know any better. Women still reject me. I'm going to let you know. Women still reject me. They have no idea that I'm on a come up. And I laugh. It's easier to laugh now because I got something bubbling for me. But something could be bubbling for you too. Don't think that just because I got motion now that, you know what I'm saying, you won't have motion in the future. It's likely that you will if you go and keep grinding. But you got to stay on your P's and Q's. You got to keep still working. And like I said, when it comes to women, my advice is find something better to do. I'm telling you, it's going to work for you. It's going to work for you.
You want to pursue things with that man is approaching you because he thinks you're attractive. That is a positive thing. Well, at least it's not a negative thing. But what we don't realize happens is a lot of men, especially when they're younger, they experience these negative interactions when they're trying to pursue women who are not interested in them. And the shame and the humiliation of the interaction, because of the way a lot of times the woman has handled it, leaves him feeling upset, angry, hurt. Shake that around, add a pinch of bitterness, and boom, you have the red pill community. Side note, I didn't even know what the red pill community was until a couple of days ago. I think I still don't know what it is. What is it? Just like men who hate women and just think they're better than women? Okay. But yeah, men won't tell you, but a lot of them are shaped by this interaction, and their anger and hatred towards women often stem from these kind of interactions. And women will operate like this and wonder why men don't like women and men hate women. And yes, I don't think it's a full-blown justifiable reason. However, it doesn't stop it being a reason just because I don't necessarily agree with it. And I always think there's accountability on both sides. So men, I think you need to get therapy if you feel like this. Like you genuinely are letting pain, rage direct your life. That's can't be good for you.
She was just talking way too much. I had to cut her off. We don't hate women. Like that's a falsehood, and when women get into that deepness, we don't hate women. Like it just no, the red pill is men comparing notes about what actually works with women. But women don't study anything long enough before they form their opinion about something. They're gonna form their opinion on a false premise and they're gonna run with it. Men hate women, men hate women. The reality of it is women hate men. There's a lot more misandry nowadays than misogynists. There's a lot of beta males. I don't see a lot of beta women. I don't see a lot of kiss-ass women that'll do anything for men. The most average obese woman still hates men and feel like men need to chase them, pursue them, and provide for them. I make videos about it all the time. Very few men hate women, but almost all women hate men. Respectfully. And because there's no consequences to hating men. There's like none.
I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Like nowadays, men today want to be chased. What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men courting women? What happened to that?
Why would I court a woman who lies with her face like that? You're trying to make your nose look slimmer. Like you're painting your face is not even real skin. Like, no, we don't want this. I don't even want to hear what you got to say. We're going to skip all this. I ain't trying to hear it.
I did everything they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips like a pro. The best hotels, flying business, you name it, right? The works. And I stayed independent. But no one told me about how lonely I was going to be on those trips. Being successful looks really good on the outside, but, and I'm proud of everything that I did. Don't get me wrong. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of all of my accomplishments, but it was very lonely. I feel very lonely all the time. Success doesn't check in on you when you're spiraling at home. Doesn't check in with you when you're having a bad day. Doesn't check in with you when or just when you miss your family back home. Don't get me wrong, being strong got me very far in my career, and I'm very proud of everything that I've done, but I'm done pretending that I'm okay, because I'm not.
What I've realized is A lot of women get pressed, if you don't appear to have the back of another said woman.
Lack of a man slowly deteriorates a woman. Tune in. I'm gonna need y'all to keep up with me on this one. The whole I'm independent woman movement, the whole I don't need a man, it's a bunch of crap and a bunch of BS. Women can survive on their own. They can make their own money. They can get their own job, their own house, yada, yada, yada. But emotionally, women cannot survive on their own. I have seen this first-hand account with my friends that I know, people that I know, but this especially affects older women. It affects all women, but especially older women. The longer a woman is without a man, the more insane she's gonna go. And the thing is, the woman might not even notice it. She might not even notice it. But the signs that she's slowly deteriorating is when she's been alone for so long, is independent and haven't been with a man in so long, she starts going crazy. She starts having attitudes. Then when she does finally go on a date with a man, she does have that attitude or that guard up, or she starts acting crazy. She starts tripping for no reason. I'm telling you, lack of a man will slowly deteriorate a woman.
That's right. And what she's talking about on a deeper level is the stuff like, women that were married and their husband passed away and they got left as a widow. Or like some of my aunties in my family, I see them just going through years of not having a spouse. They go downhill. I mean, they don't go to the gym anymore. Some of these women don't necessarily eat the right foods anymore. They let themselves go. And we all know this is something that's even in the Bible. It's just not good for a man or woman to be alone, period.
I'm calling for all men to stop supporting women sexually explicit content, whether it be OnlyFans, whether they posting pictures on social media, like far as like Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. I'm calling for all men to stop supporting them. With the same camera they use to take those photos, they get on that same camera and call men predators. They can't stand all men. They want you to give them your money while calling you all type of derogatory stuff on the internet. I don't get why you dudes are still supporting them.
We can't get this side there getting some dudes not to simp. It's not gonna work. I don't understand why people think like men are a monolith and we're all gonna do the same thing. No, there's different levels of experience that men have with women. So they're always going to be simps is the thing I'm saying. Like this idea that we're going to eliminate all simps, like let them exist. They're part of the market, right? They're going to be some, it's like the used car market. They're going to be some good cars. They're going to be some bad cars. There's just going to be cars on the market, right? The marketplace is going to be full of all types of things. The idea of eliminating a sector or subsection of the market is not going to happen, right? But I do agree with what he's saying that, look, women use the same camera, right, to make, OF content and to turn around and say that, oh, men are predators. Lady, if you got an OF page, do you understand the majority of people that support you, help you pay your bills, are creeps, are losers. This is why it's so interesting to me where women get online, show their butt, take pictures and be nude and do boy, girl, all this different stuff. You got to understand the only customers you have are creeps, people you would not want to be in the same room with. My audience, I love my audience. Why? My audience are a group of men I would spend time with. I would hang out with. I don't drink beer, but you know how the saying goes. I'd have a beer with them. You feel me? So it's just weird to me that women condemn the same men that support them. Right? But that's typical female fashion. Women are going to say, do, or contradict themselves no matter how many times it makes them look crazy. They're still going to do it. Shout out to this girl. I respect what she's saying. I do think women long term without a man go crazy. I've seen it. If you see any woman who's been in without a man or she don't have any kids, it ruins them. They want you to believe that women are better off lonely by themselves, but the reality is we're better left alone. I think a man would handle solitary confinement way better than a woman would. Because we don't need as much attention as they get. And we're used to not getting attention. Women are used to just getting attention. Women give each other attention. Women feel entitled to attention. And this is why they feel invisible when they get into their 40s and their 50s. As you see all these supermodels that were, when they're in their 20s, they're like on the top of the world. In their 40s and 50s, they feel invisible. But they don't realize that men felt invisible their entire lives. Look at that one guy, right? That was approaching girls. Every girl just ignored him. That's what it's like to be a man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.